Hey everyone, it has been way too long since I talked to you. I think the past 2 or maybe 3 vlogs we only recorded in Dutch. I say we because I recorded with my sister and I was planning on doing an English version as well, but I just ran out of time. I have been very busy. I have been vending at a 3-day fair the past weekend. It was awesome, but it was so hot. We had a heat wave here and I am really struggling. It is September, 7th, 8th and 9th September was the fair. Please, a heat wave. Why? I just stopped there for a minute to adjust the camera because it was kind of crooked. So anyways, it was really hot. The fair was awesome, but there was no climate control that was really working, so it was as hot as it was outside. And we had a huge booth this time. We were planning for a U-shape booth, so sales, some extras and workshop. And then the booth next to me, so on this side, would not be used because of the vendor falling ill. So we got asked if we could do anything with that space. So we showcased all our samples there, which during the fair appeared not to be the smartest idea. Because on the last day, when so many of the colors were sold out, we were just putting some samples in between the gaps on the sales booth. And that completely turned on people seeing the samples, wanted to knit it as well, and buying more yarn. You learn something new every day. But the extra booth, we didn't want to put anything there that we had to keep a really close eye on, because there are warnings that people will leave without paying, and so you don't want to put any merch there that you need to keep an eye on. So, but we had a great fair, sales was great, people were so nice. We were in a hotel for 3 nights, my sister and I, and we had a lot of fun there. One of the vendors was staying in the same hotel, and we had so much fun in the evening during dinner, and having a drink afterwards and turning in really early. Boy, were we tired. I think we were in bed every day, well, before 10 p.m. Yeah, I'm sure. So, but it was great. Okay, so it has been a long time. What has happened in the meantime? I launched the best headband pattern in English. This headband has a really clever construction, so it stays on really well. It only takes like 20 grams, maybe 25 if you have a really big head like me. But this one didn't even take 25 grams, so it just takes a little amount of yarn, and it's a really quick knit, and you can make it in all the colors, so the headband will match your sock. Bonus points for that. Anyway, I launched the pattern on Ravelry and in my web shop. It's only €4.50. It's not my regular pattern price because it's just a tiny small project. It's a measure as you go project, so it's really nice. You can make one for yourself, make one for your friend, for your child. It's really easy and it's a joy to wear as well. So please go check that out. I will link it down below in the show notes. Furthermore, this is going to be one big frog party. Today looks and feels like the first day of autumn. The heat wave is over. It's windy out there. We have had some pretty heavy rain during the night. We had some rain this morning. It is Wednesday, September 13, so technically it's not really autumn yet, but I can't wait for the leaves to fall. I love autumn, I love the winter, I love the spring, but I am not a summer girl. Although I can't complain about last summer because we did not have too much of the very hot weather. So my daughter, my youngest, is in Barcelona for half a year. She had extreme temperatures, not only during the day but also during the night, which was awful because it made it hard to sleep. And so she went into the Spanish timetable, so to say. She worked some in the morning, then she took a rest and a long nap, and then she worked later in the afternoon and early evening. So, but temperatures there are better as well now, so that's nice. But having autumn around the corner, I really feel the urge to rip out some projects. And I'm going to do so. For people that are following me for a longer time, you know that I don't mind lingering whips lying around. But I went through them, and several of them I am pretty sure that I'm never going to finish them because I don't enjoy the knit, I don't enjoy the fabric it's giving me. I won't finish them. So in that case, I can frog them, right? I do have, however, one finished object, and I nearly forgot about it because it has been so long since I vlogged in English, but I went to grab it. It is my Vertices Unite, a pattern by Stephen West, and it turned out a really, really nice size. It's not very high, but it is very wide. I love, love, love how my colors are working together. These are all colors I dyed up on my merino base, and right before I finished my shawl, someone was saying, "Oh, I'm going to do an I-cord with the yarn held double because that gives a nice and sturdy I-cord. I'm going up half a needle size." And so I thought, wow, that sounds like a really good idea. So I did that as well, picking up the stitches all around. I went up a needle size, and I was worried that if I was going to hold the yarn double, I would run out. So I decided to alternate 2 colors all the way around. And I had plenty of yarn. I could have gone for 1 color, I think, but I really enjoy the look of the alternated I-cord bind off. So I can't wait to wear this. Not today, not yet. My core temperature is so high at the moment. I can last for days without shawls, even if the weather would stay like this. So, let's see, what have I been knitting on? I have been knitting some on this assigned pooling, planned pooling sock. I launched 3 new head patterns during the fair, and they all have assigned pooling. But I already made assigned pooling skeins last year on my settle base, so very suitable for socks. This is a very sturdy, somewhat rustic yarn. And I decided to just grab a sock set for myself. I am going to put in the German short row heel in the contrast color, because that way you will not add stitches to the circumference of your sock, so the rhythm of your planned pulling stripes will be continued. I did a planned pulling, assigned pulling sock last year, and then I put in the Vanilla is the New black heel, and I am always surprised that when you just change the circumference just a little bit, what it will do for the rhythm of your planned pulling. So on one side of the sock it's completely blank, and on the other side of the sock it has all these garter ridges in color right above each other. So then I decided to write a pattern, a basic sock pattern with a heel that doesn't change the circumference, and the German short row heel does not do that. So I'm going to put in the German short row heel in the contrast color, finish the foot, and then I will do a contrast toe as well. I am not sure if I will knit a second one of this, because it would look nice to have on the booth as well. So to be continued. What is in here, and why is this in here? Oh, I know what this is. I completely forgot already. I was knitting on some baby booties. This is a pattern by a Dutch knitter. Her name is Corinne, I think, on Ravelry, or maybe Corinne BS. BS, that is. And this is just some merino, a skein that was not suitable to sell. So I decided to make some baby booties to showcase as well at the fair. I also have here this little sock set. And this set is something I am thinking about launching in the next couple of whatever. I had a very lovely knitting date with 3 friends, and I wanted to bring a present, but I wanted to bring something that would connect somehow. So I found 4 skeins of merino in my shop. I divided them in 25 gram skeins. everyone got a set of 4 skeins of the same color, and then we swapped and we ended up with 4 25-gram skeins in 4 different colors. And I can't wait to start a pair of socks with this. That would be really nice. We have a needle here. Oh, that's probably the needle that goes with the baby booties. And okay, so that's it for this project bag. So I will cast these on anytime soon. And I really liked, at first I was feeling like casting on Blocked Waves by René Kies, a Dutch designer. And then I thought, no, I want to do a scrappy sock, like 5 rows of one color and 5 rows of the next color. So I'm going to pick a color for heel toe. It's 25 gram. Normally I would take a 20 gram mini for heel toes and cuffs on both socks, and then I would have a leftover. So I might want to stripe the toe, pick one color for one cuff and one color for the other, and use the cuff color switched for the heel, something like that. I don't know. I'm probably going to check out Scrappy Stripy Socks by Kay, the Crazy Sock Lady, I think. I've never done scrappy socks. Okay, then I have been working during our holiday on my Banau Breeze by Stephen West. And I took a closer look and I decided that I don't like the fabric. I don't think this yarn is the best choice for this pattern. I think that this is the cuff of the sleeve. It has very wide sleeves. It's a folded hem, and as you can see, it is folding back on itself again. It didn't say in the pattern, but if I'm going to start this again, I will knit the inside of the folded hem with 1/4 of a needle smaller, because now it looks like it will, well, turn back on itself forever, and I don't want that. This is Wools of Holland. It was a gift, so I feel kind of guilty that I have not finished it yet, but I do want to make something out of it which I would actually enjoy wearing. So this is going to be something else. I don't know what yet, but I will frock this later today, so to have it over and done with. And I will try and find a better pattern for the 250 grams, I think the set is. So that's going to be frogged. Then I had an attack of crocheting, and I started the, oh boy, I even forgot the name. This is a 3-year-long crochet along by Expression Fiber Arts. And although I still enjoy crocheting, I don't enjoy following a pattern. So I decided I want to do a granny stripe blanket, something like that, just to pick it up and put it away again, just a scrappy blanket. So I will frock this bit and I will repurpose the yarn, and the hook is still in here, and I will probably use up the scraps that I'm using for my temperature blanket, because I still have so many scraps there, and I do want to get rid of some of them. So I am going to start a granny stripe, probably a granny stripe blanket, scrappy blanket. And since scrappy projects are not whips, yay for the win. So that will be frogged. What do we have here? Oh, this is, I am in doubt about this one. This is my coffee bean sock, and it has a great fit, and I do really like how the yarn is working. This is my Mojito colorway on the saddle base. I started the second sock, but somehow socks end up in my booth at yarn shows. And if that's the case, I only need one, right? So, but I would really like this pair for myself to wear. So, yes, I would really like that. So this is going to go back in the whip pile. I've decided I'm going to finish that. Besides, I have to be in school for 3 days this weekend. And I do tend to knit during class, or at least during the lunch breaks and coffee breaks. Here is a mussel burrow hat that I started. Ooh, the color! Wow! That I started last year when I was vending at the fair, but this is still on my saddle base. I didn't carry merino yet when I started this, and to be honest, if I would knit myself a hat, I would not like it on the saddle base. Like I said, it's a more rustic yarn, it has no merino in it. So it could be kind of itchy. And of course I could finish it to show at the fair, because it's always nice to show a mussel burrow hat. It's a very easy knit, and especially for the beginning knitter it is really nice to make themselves a hat. But I will frog this one because it's on the saddle base, and the yarn will be repurposed, but since I already started the skein, it will probably go into the scrappy blanket. Okay, battery is not blinking yet, but it does look like it is going to soon. I found my Jungleland socks. I started these at the Bruce Springsteen concert where we went to, and I am going to save them because we are going to Barcelona in November. I'm going to visit Barcelona Knits. So exciting! And I would like to knit during our trip, but that would mean I would take these 23 centimeter 9-inch needles, because my other needles will probably not make it through security, and it's only a 5-day trip, so I will be fine. And we will only take carry-on luggage, so I can't put my knitting needles in the rest of the luggage because we won't bring any. So this is going to be saved, and I will save it for our trip to Barcelona. So it will not be worked on for some time. Although I might put in the heel before we leave. And what else do we have? Let's see. Oh, this is the... Oh, I feel kind of guilty about this one as well. This is the Advent project by Brigitte Kok. She is a moderator in the Never Enough Lace group. And this was her last year's Advent project. And I really thought I was going to join in and knit it. But it's not something I will wear in the end. And since I am quite busy knitting other things and designing, I decided that it would be okay to frog this. It has beads and lace, and you need several kinds of, several sizes of knitting needles, and no, it's just not for me. But I do feel kind of guilty because she gifted me the pattern, and she's a very sweet, person. So, and I don't want to disappoint her, but I just know that she wouldn't want me to knit on something that I would not enjoy wearing either. So, and it's not in my yarn as well, so otherwise I could finish it and just use it as a sample at the fairs, because it does contain a lot of techniques. It has lace and cables and beads, so it would be really nice to showcase, but it's not in my yarn, and all the samples in my booth need to be either in my yarn or my pattern. So this is neither. This is another sock set I started ages ago, and that's interesting because this is the last of the pink that's in here. So I'm going to frog this because I don't think I still have a pink left over, so I could never make a matching sock. And we will see where the yarn will go. Okay, yes, I already forgot that I grabbed this. Oh, there are two projects here. How interesting. What is this? Oh, this is a design I'm working on. Let's not show that. It has been in timeout for a while because I was so busy designing other things. This is the V-back tee. And I started it because I wanted to make myself a summer shirt. Well, live stitches. But I have heard too many people say that it is not the fit they like, and that just made me decide to not go and find out for myself, because there are many projects, so the fit is probably good for many people as well. But I decided to that I'm going to frog this, and I need to come up with a new idea for this yarn. This is a linen blend, and it's the yarn is kind of thick and thin, and so I am kind of I don't know the correct word, but I am not super happy with the pattern that it's giving. I don't mind the stockinette part, but I really don't like the cuff, no, the ribbing. The ribbing. I really don't like the ribbing. So I should think about how to make this better. Maybe go down a needle size or whatever. Anyways, oh, even more live stitches. Well, I'm going to frog it anyway, so that's okay. I don't have to put them back on the needle, right? I'm going to frog this, and I'm going to find a different pattern, and maybe I will knit it during the winter. Because I don't know what to knit. I don't have anything to do. Yeah, right. I think I showed you all the... There's one back here. What's in here? Oh, this is something that we are using at the fair so that people can try out Ali Crazy Trio, for example. So this will go back into the fair stuff. I need to show you one more thing before we go. Just a second. I had these mugs printed. There's my logo and it says Happy Knitting in Dutch. But I wanted to use these at the fairs and markets because then you don't have to throw away all the paper cups that you get. But I wanted to make sure that whoever was working with me at the fair, we could tell the cups apart. So this is the Hello, I am Wool Robbie cup. And here I have Hello, I am the Wool Zus, that's a Wool Sister. And I have a Hello, I am Wool Hobby for myself. And I have one that says Hello, I'm the Kraamzuster, but that's, I wouldn't know how to translate it. It's kind of a funny pun. So, and at the fair last week, people in the coffee corner were more than happy to fill our cups, so we didn't have to throw out all the paper cups. I got this box, and my sister got one as well. It says Linda. It's a tiny cake box. There is a diamond painted card, and it's a Christmas card. Linda, happy Christmas together with your family. It was nice to meet you again. And in here is a Christmas bulb saying Wool Hobby, but sweet, sweet Catharina made another one that says Wool Robbie. So, and there's tea in here. The smell is, oh, it's so good. And there's Christmas tea in here, and some sweets and some candles. So this was such a nice and thoughtful present. My sister got a box like this as well, with some extras that I already got at another event from Catharina. But she completed the package for my sister, and she has a Wool Sister bulb. My battery is blinking like crazy, so I'm going to keep it short. Happy knitting, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Bye bye!